How exciting! You're thinking of adding a dog to your home. Dogs have so much love to give. Over the next few minutes, we're going to go over what to consider as you begin a search for that very special dog. Just a quick introduction. I'm Pam Yano, owner of Enjoy Your Dog Incorporated. I'm going to be taking you through this presentation today. Look at these adorable, adorable faces and those cute little puppy eyes. How in the world does anybody resist that? I can't begin to tell you how many times I've gone to a training class and I'll be talking to one of the folks with their puppy and they'll say, yep, I was actually going to get a small little dog and then I saw this cute little puppy and these cute little eyes and I couldn't resist. And looking at the dog is going to be a 70-pound dog. So it's very, very difficult to resist those cute little puppy eyes or that cute little puppy face. So you really need to know your needs before you see those puppy eyes because it's hard to resist. So the question is, does the breed matter? Can't you just choose a dog or puppy because they're so cute? What's wrong with falling in love with those puppy eyes? Genetics can play a big role in who the dog is or will become. Whether a purebred or a mixed breed dog, genetics can make a difference. So does the breed make a difference? Yes and no. Just like in a family with 4 children, each child has their own strengths. They typically have some similarities, but yet are individuals. As it is with dogs, it depends on how strong the characteristics are in the individual dog. There are some things we do know, that certain breeds or mixed breeds with a strong tendency toward a particular breed is likely to have certain personality characteristics. For example, if you're adopting a Labrador Retriever or Labrador Retriever mix, you can anticipate the dog to have these different characteristics. Some of those are like carrying everything in their mouth or being very high energy and outgoing. On the other hand, if you're looking at a Bulldog or a Bulldog mix, you can anticipate that they're going to have low endurance, they're going to easily overheat, and they're going to have breathing difficulties in the heat. If you're looking at a Border Collie or a Border Collie mix, you can anticipate high energy, strong herding instincts, be a workaholic, and also very affectionate. Keep in mind that reputable dog breeders breed with intention. When breeding a Border Collie, they're looking for a strong herding instinct when breeding. When breeding a Lab, they often are looking for strong, loyal, family-oriented characteristics. Or they could be breeding for the high energy and instincts needed for a hunting dog. A mixed breed dog may or may not have strong genetics from a specific breed. The characteristics could be a bit more diluted than a purebred. What is a vision you see with your dog? You want to be well informed and ask questions when you're looking for a dog to add to your family. If you have young children and adopt a Border Collie, you can assume that Border Collies will herd your children. That sounds pretty funny until that Border Collie starts to nip at their heels because they're not moving fast enough or moving in the direction the dog wants them to go. If you're a runner, you're going to want a higher energy dog. Or if your thoughts of an enjoyable day is having a dog sitting on the couch watching TV, then you want to consider a lower energy dog. Thinking about the type of dog that will best fit in your home prior to looking for a dog is critical. Just don't forget, no one can resist those puppy eyes without having a plan. So let's consider where you live. Are you living in a house? Maybe it's a condo or an apartment or a townhouse. If you're living in a house, a condo, an apartment, or a townhouse without a fenced-in yard, you'll need to consider the time needed to walk your dog, which is going to be several times a day throughout the day, so they can do their business and get some exercise. Having a dog less vocal would be an important consideration in an apartment or a condo, and certainly could be for a house as well, or a townhouse. Do you currently have a cat or a dog at home? How will the dynamics change as you bring in a new dog? If you have an older dog at home, it can be difficult for them to adjust to a puppy. The energy of a puppy can be nonstop and wearing on an older dog. On the other hand, there are many dogs that get along well with another dog or cats. You just want to make sure you ask that question so you have a dog that fits well into your home. Oh my, there are just so many decisions. Should you get a puppy or an adult dog? Everyone has an opinion on which one's best. Puppies can mislead you. When you meet them at a young age, they are like babies. They sleep a lot and seem so calm, but that doesn't last forever. You will wake up one morning and wonder who took that calm little puppy you had. You now have a non-stop, nippy puppy with razor-sharp teeth. But the good news is this too will pass. Puppies also go through what many call teenage years, and they're called teenage years for a good reason. Some will go through a period that seems it will never end. They have forgotten everything you taught them and seem to push every button. However, this too shall pass. An older dog is often house trained, and you'll know more about their personality and temperament. They're often calmer than a puppy, and you'll also know the size of the dog. An older dog is often a good option with younger children as well. Yes, whether you are intentionally training your dog or not, I can assure you that they are constantly learning. I often use the example of a kindergartner riding on the school bus with older children. Your child comes home and has learned a new word, one that you would prefer wasn't part of his vocabulary. No one intentionally taught him that word, but he was listening and picking up what others were saying and doing. Dogs are constantly learning, whether we are intentionally teaching them or not. It is important to train your dogs to live harmoniously in your home. A reality is 96% of dogs relinquished have had no training. Training should be fun for both you and your dog. If you have children, encourage them to join you in the training. It should not be overwhelming for either you or your dog. You can get great results with working with your dog a few minutes a day. Dogs can learn at a very young age. After your pup or dog has adjusted to your home, he's ready to begin training. We all know young puppies need to be house trained, but keep in mind that even dogs that have been house trained may need to have a refresher course as they adjust to their new home. Consistency in taking them out along with patience will go a long way to get them back on track. So let's talk a bit about equipment and supplies. The list is actually endless when you start to add toys, blankets, treats, and beds. However, the must-have items are listed. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory. One of the things we recommend is a front clip harness for dogs to prevent damage to the trachea. Another benefit to that front clip harness is it's great when you're walking. It often minimizes the pulling for you. The other thing would be I would recommend investing in a crate to keep your pup or dog out of trouble when you need to leave your home. You may find at some point that that crate's no longer necessary, but it's good to have one to start with until you're comfortable with your dog roaming alone in your home. Another good option is a gate can be very helpful if you have certain rooms in the house that you don't want them to be in, especially when they are first learning the boundaries of your house. A microchip is a must-have for every dog. If your dog were to run out of your house or jump out of your car, the microchip will give information so you can be contacted when your dog is located. West Suburban Humane Society includes that microchip in the adoption fee, which is just great. In addition to the supplies you need for your new family member, you're also going to need to consider the cost of having a dog. Preventative meds would be heartworm, flea, tick, and vaccinations. Depending on the type of dog you get will determine the amount of grooming involved. The grooming of a Basset Hound or Basset Hound mix will be much less than it would be for an English sheepdog or a dog with much longer hair. When you're ready to start looking for a dog, you will want to ask these questions to help you determine if the dog is the right dog for your home. Once you find that special dog for your home, you will want to remember the following. Once the dog has moved in with you, it takes up to 3 days for the dog's stress level to come down. It takes 3 weeks until the dog will begin to settle into the home. And it can take 3 to 6 months until the dog will feel at home. Patience is critical. Moving into a new home can be very stressful. It will take a bit until your puppy or your older dog feels part of the family. I hope you found this presentation helpful. I wish you the best of luck as you continue on your journey to find that special dog. Please reach out to us at Enjoy Your Dog or West Suburban Humane Society if you have any questions. We'll be more than happy to help you. To find your new forever friend, visit West Suburban Humane Society in Downers Grove. You can find out more about current adoption procedures and see all of the adorable adoption animals on their website.